We're gonna start with the C scale. The C scale is the easiest, and it's like the building block of music, you know. The notes of the C scale, C major scale, have to make that distinction, is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, or Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. If you look at sheet music or songbooks from Europe, they might say key of Re. So you gotta know that that's based on C, which is Do. So Re would be D, key of D, Do, Re, Mi. If we saw something that says key of Mi, then that's E, C, D, E, Do, Re, Mi. Okay, so we're gonna start on the C string, the open C string. That's called the root. Gonna go open, 2, open, 1, 3, open, 2, 3. And I highly recommend you use the same fingers that I'm using. Open, 2, open, 1, 3, open, 2, 3. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now we're not talking about chords, now we're talking about notes. These are the notes that are found within the C major scale, and these are the tools that you use to create melodies that you can sing along to in the shower. In terms of, you know, how to pick the notes, you can do all down strokes. C, down, 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 down. Or like in strumming, you can alternate between up and down. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or if you want to practice walking your two fingers, your index and your middle on your right hand, you can try that too. Then there's the matter of articulation. What articulation means is how you attack the strings and produce those sounds. If you're a brass or woodwind player, you'll probably use your tongue to produce a more sharper attack. If you're a violin player, you'll bounce the bow off the strings, or to create that effect. Or if you're a drummer, you'll probably use drumsticks or brushes. That's called articulation. And here's an example of articulation. You don't have to just pluck every single note. You can hammer them, which means you have an open string, and you hammer a note down. You hammer your finger down on that next note. Pull off is the opposite. You start with the higher note, and you pull off. The idea is that you attack the string once, and you get two sounds out of it. But when you pull down, pull off, don't pull too hard where you bend the string to create a different note. You might not want that bluesy sound. That's how they do it when you hear that, right? It sounds hard, but it's really not. It's just a hammer on, pull off. So let's see. The C major scale, like I mentioned, these notes are what determine what the melody is going to be. For example, C, C, G, G, A, G, F, F, E, E, D, D, C. Or the ever popular Happy Birthday, C, C, D, C, F, E, C, C, D, C, G, F. Okay, you all know this song. You can take the time to sit down and plunk them out within the confines of those 8 notes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did that sound like a song to you? Probably not. It just sounds like a scale going down, right? But if you change the rhythm a little bit, how many of you are astonished to learn that? For those of you who have kids and have been commercially brainwashed into buying Barney videos, it'd be a really good idea to pay a little bit more attention to those songs, really get them into your head, God forbid, and later on figure them out on the ukulele within the C scale. You probably don't want to play along while they're singing on the video, because they might be singing in a different key, not necessarily the key of C. So just memorize the melody and then figure it out on the ukulele. A, G, so forth. I mean, that's the best way to learn the scales, I think, because especially with those kids' songs, if it's too difficult, too jazzy, too sophisticated, the kids aren't going to get into it. They can't understand it. So they got to make it as easy as possible and very accessible, very memorable that kids can sing along to. So it's perfect for figuring out songs within the scale. So I highly recommend you do that. Put in the time, put in the effort. I used to sit by the record player all the time, or a tape player or a CD player. Just keep in mind that when you get really good, don't go telling anybody that you cut your teeth learning to play by playing along with Barney videos. You might want to keep that part to yourself.